Hello everyone and welcome to The Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Vorse. June is traditionally the month that the church sets aside to draw attention and devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. What many Catholics might not realize is that the devotion to the Sacred Heart is really, at its core, a devotion of reparation for the offenses against the Sacred Heart, which burns so ardently and mightily with love for men. Somehow then it seems diabolically fitting that June has become the most important month on the gay calendar. It is June which has catapulted to the forefront of the homosexual rights movement. It is the month that the largest number of gay pride parades take place. And it is the month that Obama has declared National Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Month. You can see his official U.S. national proclamation straight from the Oval Office for yourself by clicking on the link right over here. June has traditionally been the month that homosexual activists have claimed for their own since riots broke out in New York's Greenwich Village in 1968, where homosexuals at gay bars sparred for days with New York cops. As you examine the whole so-called gay movement, some curious parallels with the church arise. First, as we have stated, the month of June is one of reparation to the Sacred Heart for Catholics. For homosexual activists, it's one of offending the Sacred Heart. Secondly, Sunday is kind of the unofficial party day in the gay subculture. Sunday, of course, is the most sacred to Catholics. Thirdly, there is, of course, this business with the rainbow, a symbol for millennia of the promise of God never again to destroy the world with floodwaters. It has now become the almost universal symbol of disordered sexual appetites. And fourthly, and perhaps most telling, the homosexual movement has cloaked its identity in the word pride. Is there a greater telltale sign than that the very vice from which all others flow has become the rallying cry for a movement dedicated to installing an alternative morality across the globe? Put all this together, and what comes into focus? An activist minority group that seeks to promote an evil lifestyle, wraps itself in the word pride, co-opts a symbol of divine promise, and schedules parades promoting perversity on Sundays in the month of June. And on top of all of this, a man who has launched the most aggressive attack on the life of children in the history of this country uses the power of his high office to promulgate all of it under the banner of equality and progress. Perhaps it's not a total stretch to consider that our blessed Lord revealed himself and his Sacred Heart to St. Margaret Mary, knowing that June would be a month in which recourse to his Sacred Heart might be most needed. June 26th, Sunday, is the last Sunday in June of 2011. It is also the date for this year's annual Chicago Gay Pride Parade. Hundreds of thousands of people line the streets of one of America's largest cities to watch floats go by celebrating sin. Make a point, if you can on Sunday, of offering a special prayer of reparation, meditating on the Sacred Heart of Jesus. We've attached a link so you can print out the prayer, it's right over here, and offer some solace to our Lord's Sacred Heart. God love you. I'm Michael Vorse.
Please help us keep delivering these kinds of messages that so desperately need to be heard and acted on. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber. Become immersed in the faith established by Jesus Christ. The Catholic Church is the only hope against evil because that is its God-given mission. As our Lord said, apart from me, you can do nothing. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber and come to learn and love Christ more deeply.